Hey, what's up guys, Devil Dog Gamer here. Welcome to another Marine Corps Mondays, and I've already posted a video of this game, but I'll go a little more in depth of what it is. This is Red Orchestra, the original Red Orchestra, but with the mod Darkest Hour. It is by far one of the craziest gameplay experiences I've ever had. I mean, this is a lot of fun. This is what I wish Call of Duty was. And, you know, it's an older game, and it's got some weird ass fucking resolution options to play in. So that's why the title's all fucked up and everything, and this makes it a pain in the ass to fucking render. But I still love it. This game's awesome. If you guys want to see more, I'll continue doing it, but I figured, this will be a good video for my Marine Corps Monday. Anyways, I've been getting tons and tons. I was going to do the question and answers. I really had a few questions set up to answer. People have been asking me left and right about the new ruling of women in combat MOSs. And I've talked a little bit about women in combat MOSs before, but I really want to go in depth with it because this changes the whole fucking ball game, and I'm not liking it. I'm not liking it at all. Now, as a grunt, I look at this ruling as, I don't know, it gives them opportunities, sure. Sure, they can go SF now, they can fucking be an 0311, they can be a scout sniper, whatever. All fine and dandy. But this is fucking war we're talking about. Do you really want a woman running around getting blown the fuck up in combat? Like, is this country ready for it? Because we had all those kids killed in fucking Newtown and fucking everybody lost their goddamn mind. So you're telling me that you want a bunch of women to go and fight, get blown up, captured, heads cut off, all that kind of shit. Are we ready for that? I'm asking. Are we ready to see that shit on the news? I mean, somebody's fucking daughter getting smoked. I don't know. I don't think this is a good idea. I think nothing good is going to come from this. The first woman that dies, there's going to be a fucking freak out. I guarantee it. I can promise you it's going to happen. And it's inevitable. It will happen. And something bad will happen to one of them. And the American public's going to freak the fuck out. Because that's what we're good at. We're good at fucking, you know, blowing shit out of proportion and freaking the fuck out when we shouldn't. That's what America's good for. But as it stands right now, that's not going to happen. But let me explain a few things about this. This isn't really about the PT, the tests, and, you know, how hard they can really work. Sure, it is in some aspects, but what I'm really worried about is them in the fleet. Okay, so now they got to be housed in the barracks with the infantry guys. Okay, that's not good. We got hazing, drinking, all kinds of shit. So now you're gonna have a bunch of females housed with a bunch of fucking grunts who the only thing they're good at is fucking shooting people, getting drunk, and beating the fuck out of each other. And now you have a bunch of females fucking gathered up with them. Okay. Or sitting in a foxhole with them. It's not gonna work. Then you're gonna get to your hazing. Now listen, hazing, I've talked to hazing before. It's fucking bad. It is bad. Everything I went through was better than the hazing. Even my MARSOC NDOC wasn't that bad. I mean, I'd rather do the MARSOC NDOC than get hazed all over again. In a heartbeat. In a heartbeat. I'd rather do anything than get hazed again. So now you're going to get a bunch of females, and the problem is, okay, do you haze them or not? Well, they're grunts. You better fucking haze the shit out of them. You don't want them fucking... No. Okay, this is the problem. See, now they're going to get special treatment. Because they're going to get hazed, they're going to cry about it, blah, 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 they're going to go to their CO, shit's going to get changed. You shouldn't change shit that ain't broken. Just because some fucking female, you know, couldn't take the hazing, now you're going to fucking change the whole fucking thing. Listen, it's a ritual, and it's got to be done. And I feel like with the women coming in, and they do come into the infantry, it's going to fuck everything up. So now you got the hazing. You know, they're gonna fucking bitch, cry, complain, say they're getting, you know, they're probably, you know, one of the things that's gonna happen is probably gonna think they're getting singled out. Like, oh, they're hazing me because I'm a female. No, we're hazing you because you're a fucking grunt and you're a stupid ass boot. That's what it's gonna be, and it's not gonna be pretty. Now, with them housing them in the barracks and everything, you can't house them separately. You have to have infantry as a camaraderie. You have to fucking fight, eat, sleep, shit together. And that's the only way you build that fucking camaraderie. Now, if you house them somewhere else, they're gonna be outcasts. Nobody's gonna trust them if they get shot and laying in the street. Ain't nobody care enough about them to go fucking run out there and grab their ass and risk their life. So you have to fucking house them with the rest of the grunts. Now at that point, we are some fucking twisted, sick, alcoholic motherfuckers. Now you got a female in there. Say a bunch of fucking Marines get all fucking drunk, hate their lives and all kinds of shit, and some fucking female's just chilling there. What do you think's gonna happen? Yeah, they're gonna either fuck the bitch, rape the bitch, or beat the bitch. Three things are gonna happen from that. So it's a bad scenario. Like I don't like it. I mean, that's why when I was at 29 Palms, they housed the fucking Navy nurses barracks way the fuck away from all the Marine barracks. For a reason. Because you can't trust a Marine with a fucking chick. You can't. Don't ever trust your girlfriend with a Marine. Don't ever trust your girlfriend with me. I'll fucking steal your girlfriend in a heartbeat. I'll fucking bend that bitch over in a quick heartbeat. You can't do that. You can't have women around us at all. Especially when you're getting ready to deploy and shit and you're fucking realizing, hey, I could probably die. I need to get fucking laid. And you're drinking. Just keep them out. That's another problem. I love those little tracers that bounce like that. That shit's awesome as fuck. But, you got that shit. So now that we got the hazing, the housing, all that shit out of the way, what possible reason do you see fit to have them combat? I don't see any reason whatsoever. Okay, it's no secret women are not as tough as men, especially when handling certain situations. Now say you put a female in there, she has a hard time fucking doing shit. Hard time carrying her fucking gear. Oh man, I felt like I was about to fucking cough. Hard time carrying her gear. She can't fucking, keep up with everybody else. Now you have to take dudes to grab her gear, fucking hurry her along and shit in a combat situation. So now part of your team is now disposed to keeping this fucking chick up with the rest of the group and keeping her doing her job. So you have manpower. Not only, they're not looking for trouble, they're not doing their job, they're trying to keep this chick up and moving with the rest of the group and keeping her fucking on her feet. It's no bueno. It's not, you're down a couple men now because they have to focus on this chick instead of focusing on looking for the assholes that are about to try to kill you. I personally wouldn't like that. I'd fucking shoot the chick myself and fucking leave her behind at that point. I mean, I don't think that's gonna work anyway. Okay, so now SF fucking whatever. Honestly, personally, I think SF and any sort of tier 1 and all that shit, it's fine. You're not gonna get a woman that passes that shit. I don't care if they fucking birth children and they go through the most immense pain and imaginable. That's only for like 2 hours, 2-3 hours and shit like that, like labor. Fucking SF and all that shit, the amount of pain you go through and fucking for how long and the bullshit you have to do, there's no woman that's ever gonna pass that shit. So it's alright. I don't care, G.I. Jane or not, fucking, it's not gonna happen. It really is not gonna happen. So we're all fine on that. As far, the one thing that does bother me is women aren't susceptible to handling certain situations better than men. Some of the stuff I have seen, I had a hard time dealing with, to the point where I felt like, wow, couldn't even fathom what I'd just seen. And I'm a sick motherfucker. Like, I'll watch videos, people getting their heads cut off, no problem. I'll fucking eat a sandwich while I do it. But some of the stuff I've seen really torqued me a little bit. Now throw a woman into that. A woman who's fucking first time in combat, fucking, grew up in a room full of flowers and fucking daisies on the wall and shit. And now she's watching her buddy's head get blown clean off. Like the guy she was just talking to. Now, I hope they can keep their shit together at that point. Because, there's a time for grieving and there's a time for fucking dealing with what you've seen. And it's not in a combat situation at all. And more than likely not. This is just my guess. And it's probably going to be correct. The second they see something like that, they're going to be absolutely useless. Absolutely useless. The bitch will be fucking done. There will be no fighting, just fucking blank stares and nothing. chick will not be able to handle it. And that's one of the things I'm fucking worried about. Is, sure, you can put a chick and give her a rifle and call her a grunt. The second she sees somebody die, how's she gonna take it? And it's inevitable. It will happen. People do die. People die in fucked up ways and gruesome ass ways. And you just gotta shrug it off and fucking deal with it on your own fucking time and not when you're in fucking combat. And I don't think they'll be able to handle it. Now, one of my buddies brought up a really good ass point about this. And he said that if they do this, they have to do something about a policy about pregnancy. Because, say you get fucking 8 chicks in a fucking company, and you guys are getting ready to deploy, and 3 of those chicks become pregnant and can't deploy. So now you're down 3 fucking people. 3 people with important ass jobs. And they're pregnant. Whether it's by mistake, planned, or planned in a way to fucking stay out of deployment. Either way, they're fucking pregnant. Now, you don't have to worry about that when you got a bunch of dudes work, you know, but I mean, now that you got a bunch of chicks, it's something you gotta worry about. And he put a point saying, you know, NJP, if you get pregnant and, you know, during a certain amount of time before deployment and you can't deploy, NJP. And I totally agree with that. It's a perfect way out of it. It is a perfect way out of it, saying I can't deploy because I'm pregnant. And that was a nice rocket. That guy's a beast. You know, I really do see it as a problem. And they definitely need to do some sort of policy about that, because say you get a chick and she's just scared to death, does not want to deploy. Everybody's scared. For my first time, I didn't want to deploy. I was like, this sucks. I really don't want to do this. And hell, if I could have gotten pregnant to get out of that situation, I probably would have done it. And I could see chicks doing it, especially after they've been through all the training, all the fucking Mojave Viper, all that bullshit, told, you know, hey, you may die, or this person may die, and all this shit. They're probably going to go and get themselves fucking knocked up. And, definitely need to have a policy about that. But I can guarantee you this, 2 things. You're not going to get that many chicks that pass into being a grunt. You're not going to get any chicks ever that are going to pass SF. I'll tell you that right now. I don't care how tough the chick is. It's not going to happen. Rapes and sexual assaults will increase from this. I can promise you that. Promise you. So get ready for that shit, because it's going to happen. And this because women wanted equal rights in the fucking military. Sorry, we're all a bunch of sick motherfuckers. This is what you wanted. My total opinion on this, I think it's a bad idea. We should reverse it immediately before anything happens to where we can't. We need to reverse it now. You know, I'm all for equal rights and stuff, but a combat MOS is a different story. That's war. This isn't no fucking job and fucking, you know, manager of, you know, fucking 7-Eleven. This is fucking war we're talking about. And personally, there's no place for women in war. There really isn't. You should be in the rear with the gear, fucking patching my ass up. You guys do not need to be out there fucking keeping my ass alive. Personally, the way I've seen some chicks in the Marines act, and, you know, gone through fucking, seen them in training and shit, and done different shit, I don't want a fucking chick watching my back, whatsoever. I don't care if she's fucking G.I. Jane. I don't want it. Do not want it. Because I would have that underlying fear that the first time that chick had to pull the fucking trigger, she'd fucking freeze. And she wouldn't fucking snap out of it into her training. And my ass would get smoked because I wouldn't want it. So, I don't know. It's one of those fucking things, you know, America's changing. It's changing for the worse. You want to fucking give a chick a rifle and tell her to go to war, whatever. And now, you got to think of it this way. What happens if they bring back the draft? Now you can draft chicks in to a combat fucking MOS. How's fucking soccer mom Betty gonna feel when fucking her daughter, little fucking beauty queen, is now a fucking 0311 and fucking getting sent to some shithole country to die? I'm telling you, nobody's thinking about this shit. It's like America fucking had a fucking stroke and they're not working correctly all of a sudden. Like, the right side of America does not work. Like, it blows my mind. I've been so sick lately with how this country's been fucking run. It's getting run straight into the ground like it's a 747. It's like watching a plane crash. You got a 747, all engines on fire, and you're just standing there watching it, waiting for it to hit the ground. and it's just sad. It really is. But you know what? Let them have their equality. You know what? Let them have it. But you know what? I told you so. When it happens, I told you so. Especially if the draft comes back. Oh, definitely, I told you so. You're gonna have people freaking the fuck out. There's fucking daughters and fucking, you know, nieces and nephews and shit, or nieces, I should say, since we're talking about women, are getting all drafted into fucking combat MOSs and getting shot the fuck up. But we're America. We do things differently, I guess. All right. But you know, I'll add. If you guys want to ask me some more questions, I'll add them questions. We'll do a question and answer. Actually, next week I'll be doing a special Marine Corps Monday with my buddy Upchuck, or Preston. As you know, I'm from MOS or MSO. God, I keep talking about MOS. Fuck. MSO. You know, you guys see him. He's a Marine. He's not a grunt, but go and hang out with him. Figured we'd do some fucking. Ask him some questions, maybe some ask him see if he has any fucked up stories and shit. And that guy gets smoked, and you know, he's probably got some fucking awesome ass shit to talk about. So if you want to leave some questions, I'll save them for not next week, but the week after. So ask me some more questions down below. If you agree or disagree, tell me why. You better have a good ass reason. All right, guys, talk to you later. Peace.